Yo, how's it going? So today I'm not going to be playing any random no copyright music. Instead, we've implemented our own background music to this game, which is AI generated, I'm not gonna lie. But it's just, instrumental is something for people who wanna. I don't even know if you can hear it yet. My OBS tells me maybe not. Okay, yeah, you can. I'm gonna lower it though so you can hear me over it. All right, so I've implemented a lot of new stuff again, like usual. Been busy, busy, busy. But I wanted to start from the beginning. This is something you won't be able to see in the game, but I added it just to make sure things work and to give you like an idea. This one shows us the rarity of the enemy creature. Unfortunately, it was level 2, so it needs ore to be captured, which we don't have. This is also level 2. So we're starting off a bit, a bit on the unlucky side. This is level 3, so that's even worse. Let me lower the music on my own headset. And we're probably dead here. Alright, so some things to mention that I've talked about, and I'm kind of starting to reconsider if it's a good idea or not. So the idea was that depending on how many seconds, I'm not sure if you guys can see it on this small screen. Let me zoom it in a little bit. As you can see here, it's going to take like 110 seconds for this creature to revive. Later at some point you'll be able to craft potions to do so. But the idea was that we would add like a upvote button here, and depending on your high power, it would like, let's say the default would be something like if you have 1,000 high power, you would need to use like 10% of your vote for 100 seconds, something simple like that. The thing is that it needs to have enough users to stack past the dust threshold to even pay out. But all of the rewards are obviously going to go to null, so they're going to get burned. You still get curation rewards, but it's a little bit like the idea is that to make burning hive a little bit more fun, which we maybe need at this point in time where there's a lot of hive inflation. But at the same time, it's going to kind of make it like a whale game, because for me to burn 100 seconds, and I have like thanks to delegation, I have like 1,000,000 high power vote. It's only going to ask me for like 0.05% vote or something, which is like nothing. So I don't know if it's like gonna be a good idea or not. The other idea is to add ads. So if you want to if you have like a big team, you want to auto revive them all, you watch like a 10-second ad or something. And my creature is getting overhealed for some reason. Alright, level 1 Nara, and it's at really good rarity, so let's try and capture this one. These are very strong, they're like tank creatures. We're gonna try and capture it now, else it might faint. Alright, we got it. Sweet, okay, so now it's mining some ore, which we need to capture creatures. This is also rarity 64, so we want to capture it, and we failed. Alright, let's build some more ore. This is very low rarity, so we're just gonna try and skip it. Just collect that HP, keep our creatures healed. What is this? Rarity 26k. Yeah, no thank you. As you can see, the capture chance goes up the lower their health is, but it's also determined by the rarity and spawn rate and your luck percentage as a healer, which we currently have 0 of. Yeah, let's capture this one. Nope. Don't want. Let's try and capture this. Seems like a pretty solid creature. Oh no. It hit too hard at the end. We missed it. Okay, this is a very low rarity, so we're just gonna skip that one. No, thank you, sir. This is a good one, especially since we started out with this 38k garbage. Alright, we got it. Let's stack them so they share the health. But now no one is mining. Let's skip that one. 55k, yeah, we could go for this one. If we can stay out alive that long. Alright, let's go. We got it. Let's mine some ore. Let's forage some herbs. Forage. We need herbs to get our habitat, and here we go. We're building it now early on. In the beginning levels, the building timer is very low. This is a very high rarity Nara, which we would want, because they are pretty defensive, they're pretty strong, especially if we stack them on top of each other. Let's see if we can get them before we wipe out. Can we get it? Sweet. We did. Let's have a tank. These other guys can mine some stuff. Oh, that's a very high rarity, but we don't have slots. We need a new habitat. We need a bigger roster. Let's try to build that while we regenerate some mana. Let's try and get a heal in and build another one. Nope, we don't have enough ore. Why is no one mining ore? Let's try and get another heal in. Oh, we're already at the boss. Yeah, this is not gonna go good. Alright, well, we got to the boss at least, and that was within 8 minutes of playing. Not bad. Let's see what we have here. So yeah, this thing is not gonna show for anyone, neither me playing, like I'm not gonna obviously cheat when I'm playing this with you guys, and it's not gonna, like, this is the whole point why we made the game server side, why there's a ping there. Oh, we got it. Are we gonna need to build another habitat now? This would have been a great creature to capture. Fermi at almost 70k rarity. Let's switch this up here while we wait for other creatures to revive. As you can notice, our healer is leveling up. That means every heal costs a little bit more mana. And so far we haven't been able to get any gear yet. You want as big of a habitat as possible early on, so you can have as big of a roster as possible. The reason it says 6 here, but there's only 5 creatures here, is because this one is stacked. There's 2 of them here. When they're stacked, their health combines, so you get double the health, but their damage, defense, and agility get averaged out, and the rarity. You can think of it as you have two creatures, but they attack one at a time, and they take hits one at a time against the enemy creature. We're gonna need to level up a bakery soon as well. Okay, let's mine some ore, because that's what we need the most right now. Now let's get the bakery going, because as you can see, creatures who are mining or gathering herbs, they spend energy. And to restore energy, you need to give them food. To create food, you need herb and dust. Oh, I really want this Glimmo. Can it take one more hit? Oh. Why was it so low chance to capture? It only had 27k rating. I mean rarity. Switch. We're getting some really low rarity creatures at the moment. Alright. I keep clicking heal, but I keep forgetting that I'm building, so I can't heal. But once the building is done, I can heal again. Okay, so what do we need now? We need to capture some creatures. 70k rarity. We really want this one. Oh, we don't have the dust. As you can see, you get dust by defeating creatures as well. We really want to get into the zone, the second zone, because that's when we're going to start building things. Let's combine these two. Everyone's mining ore. That's not great. I'll show you what's new for today, but we need to get a little bit further ahead to do so. We've added some more realistic stuff to the game, really. Not that it needs to be realistic, but you know, it's just fun. Alright, here's a boss. It's a level 1 larvae, so we got kind of lucky with the... And it has a super high rarity. Bosses have a lower base. Like their rarity is always going to be minimum something compared to other random creatures. Because it's going to be very hard to stay alive until here, where we get saved to zone 2. Because everything has pretty much just fainted. Maybe we can get lucky and capture this? Nope. Okay, well, I guess let's bake. Healer energy was also low. If your healer's energy goes too low, his heals or their heals become worse. Which one's gonna eat food? None of them. They eat them automatically once they get to like 40 or something. Alright, we have some time to... Oh, we got some dust from an achievement, so we can build another habitat while waiting. That's great. Great timing. Alright, so we're 14 minutes into the game. We've wiped out like thrice, I think, so far. And we have 6 creatures and room for 2 more. We built a level 5 habitat. Level 1 bakery and some food. We're doing okay. Our creatures are kind of rare. I would love another churple, so we could like get rid of this one. Maybe we can just get rid of this one now, because it's so low rarity. Okay, so now we have room for 3 creatures, 4 creatures. How many did they just get rid of? Did I get rid of 2? Whoops. Anyway, Araclet, should we capture it? No, we don't have the dust. We're just going to have to defeat it. Alright. We're getting some herbs back. Let's switch to Churple, because flying type is super effective against bug type. Let's switch back to Sinilla, because it has a no good reason really. It has high defense for itself, its creature, but its role is not really high defense. As you can see here, this one is green and has 100 defense compared to Sinilla. Okay, what can we do? We need to get to zone 2, so we just need to capture some rare creatures here to be able to make it through the alpha boss, and then also be able to make it through to the checkpoint. We're getting a bit unlucky with the rarity lately. There's nothing I really want to capture. 39k. Nope. But we're mining at least and growing our ore and herbs and dust, which we're desperately going to need. Let's build another habitat real quick, even though we don't need to, but we may be able to finish it quickly during this fight. And this one isn't going to need any heals, not that we can give it anyway, because the mana is recharging. As you can see, like, there's a lot of different things going on in this game. 60k rating. We need this to build to be able to even capture it if we want to. And we do want to. Let's hope it can take another hit. There we go. And we didn't get it. Alright. This is going to be a hard boss to defeat. Because every time, as you've noticed, when you attempt to capture and fail, you have to redo the same cell one more time. So it is kind of, you know, punishing in a way that, but if you do capture it, then you get another creature to fight with for you. 17k rating. Gonna feel as bad for the people who, oh okay, this is a boss. That's why the rating was so high. I didn't even look. Let's see if we can defeat this without everything fainting. We have no mana. We should have saved mana for this fight. Please survive one more hit. Nice. Alright. Let's switch to this. Give it a heal real quick. Alright, so now as you can see, we can do these. But we don't have the dust. We need to try and get to this so we can get saved to zone 2. We need to get to the checkpoint. Which we probably won't get to. I don't even want to capture that. It's so low rating. Alright, maybe next time. I'm just gonna pause it here so you guys don't have to wait for all of these to come back alive, because that's gonna be like literally 2 minutes. So be right back. All right, we're back. What is this? We're kind of back. Woolia kind of just wanted to revive a bit earlier than everyone else. Let's see if we can capture this. That would be a good capture. 60k rating. Nope. This is also 60k. Let's try it. Nice. Did we have another larvae? Yeah. How is our dust depleting so quickly? I want to get to the part where I can show you what we've implemented today. 68k Senilla, we really want that one, but I don't think we have the dust. Nope, not even close to having the dust. Let's stack these two larvae. Let's create some more healer food. I mean pet food. What's happening to the background? I just noticed it's gone. Is it because I'm in incognito mode? That's odd. There should be a background here. Oh, there it is. Weird. That's what you get with wipe coding, I guess. This would be such a good capture. Ice type. Well, we don't have the dust. No dust. It's the dust. Alright, so let's try and we don't even have the apothecary to create any mana potions for the boss. We're just gonna try and hope we somehow make it. We get an easy one. Try and save the mana for that. Not that it matters if I heal now or during the boss fight. Alright, it's Senilla level 1, it's 75k rating. Let's see if we can. Let's put in Chirple so he can do some super effective hits. Go Chirple, fuck it up. Alright, some good XP as well. Let's switch back to Nara. This could be a pretty good capture. Can we get it? Why am I even wasting dust on capturing at this point? Alright, so now what do we need? Refinery, 110 dust, but we still need to get to the checkpoint. So that's our bigger concern at the moment. Let's get to the checkpoint and then everything will be fine. Julia grew to level 3. Some of these creatures are getting low on energy. I'm switching because they can still mine even though they're low on health. Alright, we got it. Stack them. I really want this tracing. They're so rare to get. As you can see, spawn rate is 1.5%. Let's go. 16% chance, bro. It's too low. And we have no luck still. I need to stop wasting dust and just so we can build this fucking refinery. I don't even want this glimmer. Just let me get to the checkpoint. One more. We really need to get this. Come on. Oh, both our bugs are gonna get wrecked. Hit it. Hit it. We did it. We got to the checkpoint. Like literally barely. Okay, so we're gonna need dust. There's gonna be another 2-minute waiting time. So this is why this game is kind of fun to create ads for it or use voting power. The other reason why I don't want to use voting power is because ads are like neutral, you know? Even whales would have to watch ads to get past it. They're not just gonna be like... Because I know whales nowadays who are voting burn comments anyway. So they're gonna like blast through this so fast compared to others. So I'm kind of leaning towards not adding the voting power thing. Maybe we can do voting power in terms of cosmetics, like, you know, I don't know, some kind of cosmetics later. Like this game doesn't even have room for cosmetics because it's not really like our main game. I don't even know where we would add cosmetics, like maybe creatures that look a little bit different. I mean, we're gonna add hollow hue colors for those who are hollow rarity, which is gonna happen like once every blue moon. And we're gonna add shiny or radiant versions that you're really gonna want to capture, but we don't have the graphics for all of them yet. It's most of the starters, so we might add just like a star that shows that, hey, this one's, you know, shiny, but, you know, graphics like to be decided or like, you know, coming up. Anyway, let's defeat a few creatures here in zone 2 now. They should start giving us more dust. They should start becoming a higher level, which means we can finally start building the workshop and refinery. So I can show you what I've implemented today. I keep saying we because it's like Claude pretty much, but yeah, it's me and Claude. Come on. We need 130 dust. Or we can build the refinery first. Let's go for a refinery first, I guess. Because it costs less and I can show you we already have a lot of herbs, and this one should be mining. I've also added this thing where creatures are better at gathering certain things. Because, you know, naturally, like, what is Chirple going to mine? Like, it's a parrot. What is Fal going to mine, you know? It can't, like, hold an axe. It can go and, like, pick up a tiny rock from somewhere and bring it to you, I guess. But it's not really going to be good at mining. So it's not implemented yet, but I've added, like, efficiency towards what certain creatures. Like, some can mine better, some can gather herbs better. Let's just try and capture this for fun. Okay, fuck you. I keep forgetting how much dust capturing costs. Now we're gonna have to wait a buttload of time for the refinery again. Okay, we're only getting like... Why do we keep... I need to refine the levels so that, like, on zone 2 every creature is base level 2 at least or something. Like, there's a lot of balancing still left to do. I'm not sure if the cost of things is scaling as it should either. So there's like things like that to do, which I hope a few nerds are gonna join me in helping balance this before we launch. And during launch I want to do like a, you know, place like a date and time so as many people as possible all join together to play it, so we can get like a live leaderboard where we can see, you know, how far everyone's getting, who's like leading, who, you know, who's going to Paragon first, and things like that. It's gonna be pretty exciting, I think. I'm probably gonna stay up like all 24 hours or some shit and play. You know, we're probably also gonna find out when after I wake up if someone figured out a way to script this into auto playing, which most likely they will have. Oh, this Mew is super. Oh, it's a boss. I was gonna say this Mew is super rare. Get it. Alright. We should be able to make it to the second one here, I think. Let's just remember here now. Our healer is out of energy. Its heals suck. Oh, I really need mana potions. So people who... Oh, this Mew is super rare as well. I need to try and capture it. We got it. And we got dust from achievements and ore. Sweet. Now we can build the refinery. Alright, so here's the refinery. And I'm not sure why we already have stuff, but either way. Now what you can do is you can have creatures refine herbs. Instead of just gathering, they're like looking through all the herbs that they've gathered and trying to find, like, let's go for herbs for now. As you can see, they're finding a lot of green leaf and a little bit of aloe. Aloe, I don't know how to pronounce that. Aloe vera, I know that one. If there's stuff you don't want, you can throw it away. But obviously we're gonna need an apothecary as well to be able to do anything with these, and a workshop to be able to do anything with the fibers, and then the metals after. Alright, we're saved on zone 3, so now we could kinda let these creatures faint, I guess. We're able to find some copper for a split second there. I don't know why these got added automatically. This is supposed to be feathers. This is wool and cotton and silk. I don't know why we have so much of it as soon as we create the refinery. I'm gonna have to check that, because you're supposed to start with 0. This is a very high rarity larvae. Like this run, of course, I'm cheating a little bit. I mean, quite a lot, because I can see what the rarities are. So I'm only wasting dust on the really rare creatures. In the main game, you will not be able to figure out what the rarity is, but you will be able to, like, kinda guesstimate based on how hard your creatures are hitting. Because you can see this one has 88 attack. You probably know that bug against normal, it doesn't do any extra damage. You can see that, you know, on average it's doing between like 80 to 90 damage, 80 to 95. So you can be like, maybe that creature has a high rarity, or at least a high defense. Or, you know, based on how much it's attacking you for, you can be like, alright, maybe I'll give it a chance. There's also attack range and healing range. It's plus minus 10%. There's crit chance for healers. Alright, let's as you can see, this one has plus 20 on refining herbs. So it's much better at that. Alright, let's go refine herbs. Or okay, let's create a workshop as well. That's what I wanted to show you still today before I log off. We've only found copper so far. Alright, here we go. So now we can build. We don't have enough cotton. We need a workshop level 5 for rings and earrings. As you can see here, we have an uncommon bag. You can also craft bigger bags or better bags. This one only has 20 slots. We're getting a lot of copper, but we need charcoal and 60 dust. Charcoal. There's also some mats that are going to be able to drop from creatures. Aside from the elites and the bosses, those are going to drop simple herbs and ore and dust. But there are some who will drop like specific mats itself. Okay, when are we gonna get a charcoal? We probably need to build a bigger refinery so we get better at refining. Yeah, I think that's probably gonna do it. We're not getting much right now, it's mostly copper, but also we're very low level still. This game is meant to scale. As you can see, some spiders or bugs sometimes drop silk when they faint. Some of our creatures have gone idle because they're low on energy. And their energy also grows with their levels, so we have to level up the bakery to be able to restore more energy per food. Now our heals should be a bit better. Oh my god, can we craft anything? Maybe let's just go for... Oh, okay, we have no creatures. Let's build some things while waiting. You can also queue stuff now as long as you have the materials for it. Just keep in mind that your healer won't be able to do anything while building things. But when he's low on mana, then, you know, especially when he's low on mana and your creatures are fainted, that's when you should be building stuff to be most efficient. Also, one thing to keep in mind that when you're refining ore and herbs, obviously this is only going to go down. So eventually you're going to want some creatures gathering ore while others are refining it. We got some more silk, and we still only have copper. Still no charcoal, or let's switch to refine herbs so we can maybe get some more cotton to craft one item. Okay, these are all gonna kind of revive in a row. So we could go for a mana elixir. It's gonna be a tier 1. Let's go for refined herbs this time. I don't think we're gonna get anything other than copper for a while. Let's use the elixir for a bit so our mana regeneration goes up. This one is much better at refining herbs. Okay, we're getting clover leaf. And some marigold. We still need more cotton. What else do we need? Dust? Okay, let's wait for dust so we can build our first clothing. Right. Let's build our first item with 3 cotton and 60 dust. We got a rare garb that gives us 5 additional mana. That's not great. I'm wondering what... It's probably at a higher level. Okay, we're kind of running out of herbs here, so let's switch things up a little bit. That one can keep refining. Also gonna need some pet food here soon. This one seems really good at refining ore. We need 60 dust. Alright, we have the dust. Let's build a hat. Alright, what are we gonna get? Rare hat, 6 mana. That's also not great. Anyway, this is kind of like how you continue playing the game. There's one more thing I wanted to show you, but I think it's going to be at the higher refinery, and that's probably going to make the video way too long. It's other than metal and glass, you'll be able to also get sand. It's mainly going to come from water creatures, but also from, you know, ore. You'll be able to get some sand, which you can turn into glass. I really want to try and capture that. There's probably no chance. Look at the chance. It's only 20% at 0 health. We can craft some. So yeah, the lens is gonna need sand and charcoal. And the bag is gonna be very expensive in cotton. Alright, we got epic gloves. Our heals are gonna be a lot more effective now. Nice. And uncommon boots, so we get some extra mana per second. Okay, so yeah, so what I wanted to show you as well, but probably too early. I didn't think it would take this long. I think it's gonna be at refinery level 5. Or maybe workshop level 5. It's probably refinery. There's also going to be gems that you'll be able to get from ore, like rubies, amethysts, diamond, what else? Emerald, and they all have like special stats that they give you, sort of like pseudoscience. You know, like amethyst may be good for like healing powers or whatever. So they'll have like, they'll come in like a size, like how big in carat it is, and then you'll have to like cut it to make it like better, which will lose some weight, but you know, its stats will go up when you do so, and then you can equip it to you will be able to equip it to, okay, I'm going to faint here, but you'll be able to equip it to like amulets, earrings, rings, hat as well. I think we decided on hat as well. By we I mean me and Claude. So yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. It's going to improve your stats a lot. It's also going to show here like which stat came from the gem, but once you add it into an item you can't remove it. It's kind of like a sink, and if your bags are ever full you can just throw things away into the garbage bin, and you'll be able to upgrade your bags as well, and of course also trade items at some point with other players if you want. Anyway, that's it for today. It's 2 a.m. I need to go get some sleep. Maybe I'll catch you on some gemstones tomorrow. Thanks for watching and see you next time.